Yo,
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 yo, yo.
what's up, man?
What up, DJ Tiger?
Cooks is in the building.
DJ
Yo, Tiger.
Tiger's in the building, man.
Yes, sir. And we are chopping it up. We are just chilling. This is the grind mode, our debut weekly show
Yes, sir.
where we just
Oh,
we just kick it with y'all.
yeah. I wrote a little intro for it, so I'm gonna bust it down right quick. You mind
Go
if I
ahead,
do it, DJ Tiger? All
bust
right.
it down,
Mm,
bust it
All
down.
right. You know what I'm saying? Well, yo, everyone, thank you for joining the grind mode. You know what I mean? Where we discuss, debate with guests of all genres about topics dealing also with all genres. So please feel free to like, comment at any time. You know what I'm saying? All ears and all welcome as we conversate. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to just talk with us, just conversate with us because we're not about any hate. You know what I mean? We're just, talking about topics that some people might not get a chance to talk about. You know what I mean? Uh, Full Blast Radio, Mr. DJ Tiger. You know what I'm saying? This is the channel. I am Cooks 24 podcast. Thanks everyone for joining us today on 420. One of my
On
favorite
420.
days of the year. One of my
How,
favorite days of the year.
how appropriate that we had this debut on 420. Word up.
Woo.
I'll tell you right now, man. I was late jumping on the stream because I had some some edibles during the my DJ broadcast, and I had a big plate of food,
You know.
and that itis kicked me in my ass. And I was in the sunroom. I let the dogs back in, and I'm in the sunroom just sitting down. Before I knew it, I looked up. It said 5:55. I said, "Oh shit!" So we gonna talk about the itis because I'm sure everyone knows what the itis is about. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? And if you don't know, you will know. Uh,
Yes, yes.
I want to say what's up to the tribe. D Cole, my sis Dee Dee's in the building. Diamond's in the building. Over there on Twitch. I threw the Twitch on. I usually have YouTube and Twitch on when I do the sports show. And
hmm
originally, I was just having the YouTube on our show. But it was already connected when I hit the start. So I said, I'll just leave it on and see how it do. So far,
Okay.
we got a lot of a few people from
Good.
Twitch. So the more the merrier.
Yes, yes, yes.
Word up. So
So other than that, man, how your day been going so far, man?
hey man, so far so good. I mean, I just told you what just went down with me
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you know, those nice little candies I had, and
hmm
I mean, nice meal. I had some chicken, some potato salad, collard greens, and cornbread. So
Oh
you
man,
you know
you
if you
eat
eat that,
you.
you immediately fall asleep. If you don't fall asleep, there's something wrong.
Yeah. Hey,
So
you already know, man. Hey, I had to hurry up and go get me a sub before we had got started. So yeah,
okay,
it's that's where it's at now. So yeah, you already know. We know what
okay,
time it is. Round two will be coming soon.
yes sir. Shout out to Anton over there, man. Always coming through on YouTube, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, man.
What
And I
up,
kind of
Tim?
thought of like I said, the title, the grind mode. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
De La Soul's album, the Grind Date, classic album. And when I was like, man, maybe it's called the Grind Date. I was like, nah, we keep it the grind mode because we
Yeah,
our mode is grinding. We stay grinding. We
grind.
trying to stay positive, and we will explain that the title in further detail. But I mean, basically, that's what it is.
I
Um,
like that. I love it. I
grinding.
love it.
One thing, Cooks, I see, man, you be doing and I don't do it because I just I'm like posting with my shows and everything, but I like
Yeah.
when you always are posting positive stuff on your IG. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
sir.
Because it gives people like you're not like thinking about it, you working, doing this and that, but then when you see someone that you real cool with, that real friends with, and they post something that's good, positive, then you go to read and you're like, yeah, word up. So it like kind of reinforces it, puts it in your mind, like
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean, Like,
Yeah.
and it could even be something like you be in a bad mood or something, and then somebody posts something, and it's like, oh yeah, yeah, man, I see what he's
You know
saying.
what?
So it might change it up.
I'm glad that you touched on that because sometimes, man, sometimes I have to explain it further within the comments. Sometimes you see because they'll
People
take
read shit
the
differently.
they read it wrong. Like the one that I like the perfect example, be transparent on this one. The one that I put up today, because it hit me and said basically it's saying we need to build more bridges
Instead of
between each
walls.
other instead of walls.
Yeah, and I saw the comments too.
Yeah, and my partner, my brother, cause we talked and understood both each other's side. So it wasn't no arguing or nothing like that. Cause when I first seen what he said, I took it as dang, like I wonder what he thinking I'm meaning when I say that. So I had to go and explain to him what I was meaning, as in being a bridge, as in somebody that has a love for something, somebody else got a love for something, and it might be something they have in common, and one of them can build off the other one. They both know me, so why don't I just, hey, so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so, change numbers, change texts, and now somebody done created something from the help of somebody else because I was like, yo, let me throw in a helping hand. But
Hmm.
I also understood his point of view too, to an extent, because if so many people that did you wrong in a certain extent, you might not be able to let your wall down so easy for somebody that you don't know.
Right, right, yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
I get it, yeah, but yeah, but to me, you were talking in the sense of you know, to me, it's like goes without saying, like yeah, we building bridges with people that we know want to build bridges. It's
Hmm.
to me, it's kind of obvious that you ain't gonna try to build a bridge with someone that's negative or
Right.
someone that's always, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
always in some type of mode where it's not helping out your spirit or whatever. You're not, you know what I mean. So to me, it's like, yeah, you're holding it down and you want to support. To me, like supporting full blast from the jump. We became friends. You know what I mean. Everyone else has been coming through full blast and that stayed. You know what I mean, and that's showing genuine support.
Hmm.
You know what I mean, without asking it. It's just it don't cost nothing to hit a like or to say, yo, follow this person.
Yeah.
Just do, it don't cost nothing to do that. But
Mm-mm.
you find out that there's a lot of people that still haven't resolved negative stuff within themselves from stuff that they went through. So it's either they'll take it out on someone that they didn't mean to, or they'll project that on the wrong people. And those people you have to kind of, because he was saying like, yeah, you gotta like let them be. I'm just gonna keep it moving. And to me, it's like, yeah, you have to let them be because they have to get right on their own.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Before they can even connect with you, because you're thinking different.
Right.
You
Right.
know, the other day when we was on the sports show and that dude came in talking negative or something, Demary
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, just get him out of here." Like, I was yelling and cursing, like, "Yo, you clown this and that," but it's like it don't make no sense to you to go back and forth with someone who's ignorant. You just get them out of there and you just keep it moving. You don't
Yeah.
hold on to it. And it's the
It's
same
like.
with people you meet in friendships and stuff. People that want to be around, they'll be around. If they don't, then it's you keep it moving. You can't harp on someone that doesn't think like how you think.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know.
That. I remember it was another. I can't remember. I wish I could remember that one post. It was a post where it was basically saying, I know you'll probably remember this one too because you commented on it too. It was because you agreed with me because you seen what it meant from the jump. It was that post where it was like it said something basically like you you can't lay down and cry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like get up off your tail. It was some to some extent, and then and then one of the peoples came in and they hit me with the well, well, what about the people in the inner communities and in the ghettos and stuff like that? And I'm like, well, that ain't what I'm pertaining to. Basically, it was saying that all us got a gift. All us ain't born to go to work and punch a clock, and like we all have a gift inside. That's basically
Yeah.
what the post was saying. Like if you can find the opportunity to look further in yourself at what your specialty is,
Hmm.
grab a hold to it by whatever you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but other certain people that commented on it was taking it as well, some people can't help it that they do what they do because it's all that they got and this and that and this and that and
So they're
that
not
ain't,
gonna think that way. Yeah.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
know what? I get that when I guess it's like someone's being objective. They're taking a quote and they're saying, "But what if you can't?" But see, I don't like to think the can't part. I don't want to even put that in your mind because once you start thinking, "What if I can't?" Then it's already you done like kind of lost half the battle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And to
Mm-hmm.
me, it's like you're just making a positive statement on people that are positive. You know, why do you think so much negativity with people doing posts and these so-called bloggers doing all this shit for clout and likes? You know what I mean? Because people feed
Mm-hmm.
off more negative than positive. It's been proven in the news. It's been proven on all the talk shows, Shade Room, like all of these sites. They're all geared on negative bullshit, and a lot of it is our own people in it too. And
And it's mm-hmm.
and for the and I'm sorry, I mean to cut you over. Hardy Boy said
No,
it's 2022. This is the information era. Ignorance is not accepted. Like it's 2022, and you still stuck on stupid.
still
Like
stuck
if
on
you have a
stupid.
question, you can ask. You could put it in Google. You
That's
know what I
all you
mean?
gotta do.
Yeah. To me, it's like it's
And
it's cool to be fake. It's cool to be ignorant. It's cool to be stupid. But then when it's time to when something happens to you, when you 6 feet under, or you in them, you buying them bars for the rest of your
mm-hmm.
life, and ain't cool. Then it's like, oh man, I shouldn't have did. Oh well, you should have been listening to people that was trying to tell you something.
Mm-hmm. True, true.
Shout out to
And
Serious Biz,
what?
SOD,
Yeah.
Demario,
So
salute.
what's up, Kareem,
What's up,
Mario? What up,
Cat?
y'all?
Good to see you, Cat, over there on YouTube.
What's up, y'all?
Still
And you know
YouTube
what?
family coming through.
You
Jamel, for the
you
salute.
you kind of gave me an idea. I talked with my partner, British Malone. You know, Peace Walk Across America. You know, he done made it to Cali. You know what
That's
I'm
dope, man.
saying?
Salute.
So, but at the same time, he still like he ran into a situation. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna do a documentary once he finish. Because
Mm-hmm.
once he get through Oregon and then once he make it to Vancouver, that's just the finish line. And then he got a lot of stuff planned. He done met a lot of people. Like he got a amazing story that I definitely wanna run through you. I wanna make sure that you get your. I want to make sure that I get this in front of you because this will be a dope story. You know what I
That'd be
mean?
dope, man.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying? But he done ran into it. He had some beach. I forgot what beach he said he had. He walking and he said that like he done ran into the bougie people. Like he noticed how like when he walk around and meeting people, like they grabbing their kids, they looking at him funny. You know what I'm saying? They act. He said they act like they scared to speak to him, like they putting their heads down, like they scared to speak to him. So
you.
he killing them with kindness at the same time, but at the same time it kind of made him down. You know, so he called me, talked to me about it a few minutes before I text you and asked
Okay.
you about the time. And he was just telling me about that, and that right there kind of because he was pretty much saying the same thing you and Hardboy was saying that like it's just certain people around here that are just rude, like they don't care about peace. They in
Yeah.
their own little world, like it was scissor hands. Just you know what I mean?
Let's face it, man. They're just people that they don't have no morals, no respect, no integrity in them to even just acknowledge something. You know, um, and like I said, man, when there's people like that, like trolls, like especially on the internet, like we got one right now.
No.
You just ignore them. You just get them up out of here. That's all you do.
Oh.
Just like that. So, Robert, thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate that.
Words. Y'all don't be understanding that.
Hmm.
God.
See, like that's what he just said. He rides around a Benz. He's a drug dealer. Till they see his retired Army license plate. You know, the stereotypes and all that.
Stereotype.
That stuff's never gonna go away.
Man. Well, um, I like to start off with you ready to get into a topic or two, man?
Let's go. Let's go.
All
We
right,
here.
all right. Um, I remember I sent you the lineup, so I didn't know if you were going to do any type of special editing with or not, but I definitely wanted you to know exactly where I was coming from, and also what I'm saying, I want you, if whenever you have time, because I know you be going, if there's any type of topic that you want to throw down or send to me, and you know I do my little research and look up so I can be on the same balance with you.
No
You
doubt.
know what I'm saying? Let me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want this just to be, stuff that I think of, like, cause I want to know what you be thinking too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Straight
Hmm.
up.
No doubt.
But also I guess um, you know what I'm saying? Number one thing is I've been cig free for since April 10th.
That's
So
what's up, man.
no cigarettes
That's
since
what's up.
April 10th.
Look.
Uh,
You save money, and you getting your health better. I mean, that's right there is two things that are positive with that. You
no,
know.
man, and it feel good too. It's like
Hmm.
my mind think better. Like I like some of them commercials. What they were saying was true. Them things will get you depressed, or they'll weigh on you. You know what I mean? Like, but it's a mind thing though. Once I figured out it was a mind thing, you know what I'm saying? I seen that commercial where the cigarettes was trying to tell the person what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
at first I thought it was funny. But then I noticed every time I see somebody smoke on TV, every time I see one of my partners smoke, homegirl smoke, every time the mention or the motion of smoking, I grab one. Every time I eat, grab one. If I'm in
Hmm.
pain, grab one.
Man, my cousin every morning he used to get a cup of coffee and a cigarette. He said he had to have that in the morning, and it's like he wouldn't even eat breakfast. I'm like, bro, like it's like that's not healthy, man. I don't care
It's,
what people
n-
say.
it's not. And I had to tell myself that. And I had some pain. I had to go to the emergency room, get some stuff worked on. And then when I'm in the healing process and I'm smoking, I had that last cigarette.
Hmm.
And I was like, well, it was the last one in the box. And I was like, man, I'm like, my mind told me, how you gonna get well if you keep on hurting yourself?
Yep,
And then I just instantly threw the box in the garbage and left it alone from then. You know what I'm saying?
that's what's up.
So I feel real good about it, you know what I'm saying? Cause my mom, she still smoking. I let her know, like, I quit. I left it alone here. How you do that? How you do that? Like, you know what I'm saying, Mama, I felt like it was a mind thing. You know what I mean?
I think it is, man. I'm not gonna speak for everyone because a lot of people are addicted, but a lot of it is mental too. But it is a drug. You know what I mean? So I commend you for breaking it because it is a habit. Yeah, Love Music said nicotine and caffeine. They're a tough habit, man. They're legal drugs. You know,
Thank you, Serious Biz.
um,
You know what I mean? Thank
but
y'all, man, for real.
other than nicotine, cannabis, weed is from the earth. It was put here for
Yes.
me and you. Better take advantage,
Yes.
Craig. You know,
Got to take advantage. It be
and
knowing. It be knowing.
be knowing. So but that's good, man. That's good. Keep it up, brother. And
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
gonna be rooting for you over here,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, and that money thing, definitely. Over here in Decatur, Alabama,
bro.
plus tax. Right now they're 874. That's plus tax and all, 874. So as
That's
of
cheap.
now,
In New York, I think
Ex-
they're like $12 a pack, something
See
crazy
what
like
I'm saying?
that.
So it's like, okay, me, you know, 4 to 5 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks in a year, in a month, and then let's say one day I have a pack, get to half of it before the night gone, I go buy another pack. So that's $16 to $17 in one day. Then do it again another day. Then do it again another day. That's 16, 16, 16, 16.
There you go.
All them 16s, all them months. Whew, man.
They add up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You should.
And
Yeah,
sometimes,
you should. You should act like you buying. Yeah, like you buying cigarettes. Like you put it up, and then you be like, "Yo, I saved all this money."
hey,
I
I
wish
done
I could
already
do
done
that
it
with
once.
records. Word.
Straight up, man. So,
Yeah, that's dope.
but all right. And I was wondering another one I put down on April 11th. You know what I'm saying, for all the Wu fans out there. Did you get to see Ghost and Ray at Sony Hall with the live band performing
Nah,
the
but they
Purple
dressed
Tape?
up in black. That's
Yeah,
something that Ja
yeah.
Rule put together, right? I was like, Ja Rule, like, what's he got to do with Wu Tang? But it's some
Now,
type of event thing that it's under him, and that's what
now
they performed at, right?
I didn't know that, but that explains why he was in the backstage with him. He took the
Yeah,
picture with him first, then he was in the crowd, so the camera always went to him, then it'll go
yeah,
back to them. I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
He's the I guess whatever the event thing that they're doing this, it's under him.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, just make sure it ain't that fire festival that he was doing. but but nah, I know it was something dope, and they were dressed up, and it was dope, man. They had the live band, and
Yes.
man,
I
man,
watched it. I watched it.
you saw it? Yeah, I gotta check it out.
It was they don't say they pretty much, they of course both of them like the old school music, you know what I'm saying, like the classics, goes like the old school stuff, you know what I mean, like the Womack and all that.
Hell
So they
yeah,
had
moments and
the
stuff.
live, you know what I mean, so the live band is throwing those little parts in there in between
Just
segments.
just how they did the verses. Remember when they were talking and you hear it in the
Yes.
background? Yeah, man.
Ooh.
That's that
Then
smooth shit right
they had the Raekwon told them to cut the lights, turn everything purple. Then they started playing the cuts,
there.
and
Dope.
I love it how they was just on point. They was on cue, and then you got that live band back there, Tiger. I know you know with the instruments now.
Bro, I just get that extra flair, man, with the band.
Man,
Yo, when they were first doing the bands, like, I wasn't like, not like I didn't like it. I just wasn't used to rappers with live band. So I think like MTV Unplugged was doing it, and then I was just like, like it didn't like grab me. But then when I guess started seeing it more and more, I was like, yo, this is kind of dope. Then I saw
mm-hmm,
the Nas perform his whole Illmatic in DC at the Symphony. Bro, that was dope. He even has an album. They released a vinyl album. It's gold, I think, cover Illmatic, because they recorded the whole thing on the Illmatic album with the orchestra. I was like, yo,
oh,
this
for
shit
real?
is dope. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a video. I don't know if I still have it. It's maybe about an hour. A guy I used to work with, he plays the drums. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, we should record something, man. Like, while you playing the drums, I'm cutting over it. Playing. He was like, yeah. So he came over. We this is when I was first really when I was still streaming, but it was way before the pandemic, and
Mm-hmm.
we recorded it. I put it on YouTube for a while, but it's not on there now. Let me see if I still have it. And I'm just
Okay.
playing music like while he's playing the drums. You know what I mean? And it was just a dope dynamic. You know what I mean, with the live band and drums. And I see DJ Premier did it. You know what I mean? That bug that dude Billet. Um, who else? A lot of just a lot of people did it, man, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty
That's
dope.
dope, man.
Yeah.
Wale. What you trying to say, Wale? I think he done it one time.
Well, yeah. A lot of them doing it now. Yeah. I was just saying, like in the beginning, like I was just like, oh, this is interesting, but then it like the more I was seeing it, the more I was like, oh, this is dope. It's a dope word. And speaking of Wu
Mm-hmm.
Tang, man, Wu-Tang and Nas, man, on a tour, New York State of Mind, Wu Tang
Oh,
and
for
Nas.
real?
Yeah, they're in New York now. They coming to Charlotte, I think the 18th, because Queen City texted me, and they're coming to Atlanta on the 22nd. This is September. So they got like a full wide, not worldwide, but countrywide dates from now through the summer. Wu-Tang and Nas, bro.
You going to the concerts? Are you
Man,
going?
what? Man, listen, we trying to maybe get a bunch of tribe people to meet up. You know what I mean? In Atlanta, try and come to Atlanta and let's all go.
Go to Atlanta, get your little room, and just sit and wait.
Yo, cause
I'm down with
bro, they're
it.
gonna do verbal intercourse. They're gonna do rich and black. Yo, it's gonna be dope.
Man, for real, Tiger Man, if you get the full blast tribe to come, everybody need to have a full blast tribe shirt on. You know what
Oh,
I'm
that'll
saying?
be even crazier. Word.
Like have it like not, you know what I'm saying, like have it ready when everybody say, all right, y'all ready to line up, go to the show. Everybody put their full blast shirt on or their
Shirt on.
hat or whatever, and you Tigers lead the way. Here we
Going
go.
there deep. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
like for real. Like I'm for real. I'll make that trip. I request off now.
No doubt. No, yeah, SOD said, let me check my schedule too.
Real. I take it real,
um,
man.
I think it's let me check, DD. I think it's the 22nd. Let me check. I'm gonna check right now.
You know what I mean?
That's man, that's
Let's do this, tribe. Let's do this, tribe. I ain't never been. This would be this would be one of those things in my life that I can say I accomplished. I actually, you know what I mean? Seen Nas and Wu at the same time
man, listen.
with DJ Tiger, with the full flash tribe, with the shirts on, and off on the weekend. Don't get no better than that. And that's my birthday month too.
Word. Oh man, yup. Let me see.
Let's do this.
Let me see. Okay, I'm on the official sites. I know they posted it. Yeah, Wu-Tang and Nas, New York State of Mind. Um, they are
Yes.
the 22nd. They are in Atlanta. I give you all the dates. Uh, August 30th, St. Louis. September
Mm.
1st, Indiana, Noblesville. September 2nd, Tinley Park, Illinois. September 3rd, Clarkston, Michigan. September 4th, Toronto. Oh, Stub Rock. September 7th, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. September 8th, Camden, New Jersey. September 9th, Hartford, Connecticut. September 10th, Mansfield, Massachusetts. September 13th, Newark. September 14th,
Mm.
Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach, September 14th. September
Virginia
15th,
Beach.
Bristol, Virginia. September 17th, Raleigh, North Carolina. September 18th,
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte. September 20th, West Palm Beach, Florida. September 21st, Tampa. September 22nd, Atlanta. September 24th, Houston. 25th, Austin. 26th, Dallas. 29th, Phoenix. September 30th, Irvine, California. October 1st, Oakland. October 2nd, Wheatland, California.
Woo.
And October 4th, Los Angeles, California.
Man,
Yeah,
they gonna be moving.
yeah. That's what's up.
Golly.
Yeah,
Dallas.
Dallas
Yep.
SOD. Yeah, he's a real quick trip to Dallas where he's at. But yeah, I'm going let me see where you get the tickets. Tickets go on sale April 26th at 10 a.m. Link is in their bio. And I'm assuming it's
See you, OG.
WuTangClanShop.com. I think they're selling tickets. Are they selling tickets straight from their website? Yup. So go
They
to
are?
Wu-Tang, yep, WuTangClanShop.com. Tickets are oh, but it goes right to Live Nation. So you can go there or go right to Live Nation. So
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm.
might have to jump on that early.
Yeah, it's gonna be a packed stadium. I seen
Yeah.
Cuz say that. You see it? Gary, yeah, you right. It's gonna be packed.
Word up.
It's sure gonna be packed. They waiting on this.
Yeah, SOD. Yeah, he said he might go twice. Yeah, shit, I might figure out go to Charlotte. Charlotte's only 3 hours away, but that's dope.
That's gonna
That's
be smooth, man. Oh, so man, tell
yeah,
me what have you heard about our boy Ti and this comedy stuff, man? I find it kind of funny
yeah. The
situation.
irony of it, right? Although the stand up ain't funny. Look,
I,
look. I'll say it like this, man. It takes guts and balls to even go up there and do that.
right.
It does. It does. So I'm not gonna sit here and berate the dude, but what I'm gonna say is like he can't take it all extra personal when people are talking about, you know, yo, your stand up
Mhm.
needs work. He needs to take
Mhm.
that constructive criticism, especially from comedians. I saw Corey Holcomb. He said, "Yo, I'm riding with you. I just want, but let him know, you know, it's a craft. It's something that you can't do overnight. You can't just go into a store, pick up a turntable. You know what I'm saying? Say you a DJ the next day. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is people that do that, whether you want to call them a DJ or not, but the comedy shit, that's something you can't pull off.
Mhm.
Once you hit that stage and you start telling them jokes, and if you ain't funny, it's gonna be known. It's gonna be quiet, or they're gonna boo your ass. So
And that's exactly what happens.
when I first heard of it, I was like for real, man. Like, but then I'm like, well, he's not really doing music anymore. He made his mark when he came out. No, named himself King of the South. This and that. He made classic joints, and he wants to try something else. I'm not trying to ridicule. No one is trying to say they want to try something else. What I want to say
Right.
is you want to not put your ego in the way enough to take constructive criticism. I'm not talking
True.
about people disrespecting you and stuff like that. That's different. So
True. True. I definitely that when he when him and that younger girl got into it on that stage, like you know what I'm saying, I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like a whoa moment because at one point, like, after the other stuff had happened, and then this, and it's like with the girl, she was joking about something that he didn't like. So
yeah,
then he approached, and I was like, stuff like that, it make it look bad for all of us, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because they give that crowd out there to say, "Oh man, that there go black folks again. They don't like to see each other win." You know what I mean? And then, or it's there they go again, dogging each other. There they go again. You know what I'm saying? And then you got him of his stature up there, and this young lady that I'm pretty sure is making a name for herself. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't back down. You know what I mean? But it's just funny that stuff like that have to happen, and it
well,
gets squared up. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I heard they chopped it up like after that, and they're good, they cool,
Good, good,
and
good.
she might even be like working with him on the next comedy thing. So I think it kind of worked out for the best
Mm,
for both of them. So that's cool, man.
mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm ready to say, yo, let's go see Ti to stand up, I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm good. Like, I mean, I don't really go out anyway, so I'm not gonna go. Now if it's Chappelle or someone, boom, I'm going there because, it's someone you know what you're gonna get. You know what I
Right.
mean? With new people that's doing stuff that's iffy, I kind of like take a back seat and see where it go. So
True. True.
hey, whatever. If he makes it, if he changes his style up, because maybe what he's talking about ain't funny. Maybe he's, you know what I mean? Because I think he could be naturally funny. Like when he's talking, like I've seen him um do interviews and like talking or whatever. You know what I mean? And say he's just talking back and forth with the host or whatever. And it could be not something trying to make a joke, but just something natural that's funny that
Naturally.
happens to be funny. Maybe his
Yeah.
comment could be like that. Not saying, yo, I went to the store and this guy did this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. But
Okay. Okay. Just
and
wanted to know. Go
it's
ahead.
gonna take years too. It is gonna it's
Yeah.
gonna take a long time. So
That's where I was coming. I was just about to say something about that. You said it right for me. Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna take some time. You know, just because you ti the superstar, don't mean that you ti the superstar comedian.
yeah. And he been used to being booed too. You know,
Hmm.
he was probably never booed when he was a rapper. You know, maybe young coming up or something if he did some type of talent show. But being a rapper and being how big as he is, his stature, you know, he was never booed. So to get booed, you know, that had to be, hey man, that gotta be a humbling experience. Maybe you gotta learn from it. Don't be like,
True.
oh my ego, F y'all and be all that. Nah. You
True.
know, turn it
And
around. There
he
was comedians that got booed and they turned it around on the crowd. There's a
true.
famous one with I don't know if you heard about it with Bill Burr in Philly, because you know how Philly fans are. You know,
Yeah.
you're an Eagle fan, but you ain't.
You already know.
You ain't those dudes, but you know what I'm saying.
Uh-uh.
And they were booing because they were all drunk and booing and everything. He was like, so he just started talking shit about Philly, about because you guys got a fake fucking boxer, Rocky. How's he in the Hall of Fame? All right, I got 9 minutes left. He just kept going and going. By the time he got near the end of his set, yo, they started clapping.
Hmm.
So
That's how
sometimes
it
you gotta
works.
turn it around. Yeah, don't let your ego get the best of you.
True. True. Okay.
Shout out to
Um.
Chris tuning in from the West Coast.
What's up, Chris? Thank you, Chris. You already know.
Big shout out to Mysterium. Said they came over from IG.
Yo, thank you,
And
thank you.
appreciate you. Thank you for the follow.
You know what I
Welcome, welcome.
mean? Be cold. Um, and as far as on this subject right here, we ain't gotta stay on it long. But the aftermath, pretty much what we expected, right? Eel and Chris, Mr. Eel and Chris,
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of tired of it. You know what I mean?
man.
I heard that, that they might even talk about it on her show. Like, I'm not gonna watch that.
What?
Yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna watch that.
Who
Man,
gonna talk about what?
they're gonna like bring it up again because they know people gonna come watch it on her that red table, whatever she does.
Oh, and she
Yeah,
gonna have any special guests, certain guests she gonna have?
nah, bro, I have no idea. I didn't even look into
Okay,
it. Saw that,
okay,
there's a debut show coming up, and so I guess people assuming they're gonna talk about it. Yeah,
okay, okay. That
yeah. I'm
makes
good
sense.
on it. We had the jokes and everything about it, and I don't know. I just think people, should just move on from it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true, true.
that's just my
Um,
take on it.
I'm
Go
with you on
Spears.
it because cause the one thing that eat me about it on the worldwide level is how many, which this can add into the other topic that I had about clickbait. You know what I'm saying, and how tough and rough and nasty clickbait has got. You know what I'm saying? With it don't take nothing. Like it's everybody. It's like everybody. It seems like everybody except our circle was talking about it. You know, Will slaps Chris. Will punches Chris. Chris gets punched by Will. Chris gets slapped by Will. Chris gets, and there's so many. It was just so many titles. And then when I'm looking, and I'm like, wow, it's like as soon as you hit it, like if you ain't got YouTube Premium or whatever, you're gonna be watching ads first. So you're gonna get 3 or 4 ads within this video. So they get their bread. It's crazy how you watch the money figure eight
Hey
like
man,
this.
this what especially these YouTube streets, man. It's all about making money, and so whenever something happens in the world, people are jumping on it because it's
Mhm.
making them money. I mean, can you really fault them? I don't know. Only thing I see about what I don't like about clickbait is, to me, the real definition of clickbait is putting something in the title that isn't true. Because there's a channel on here. I'm not even going to say it.
Mhm. Mhm.
There's
Mhm.
a channel on YouTube I can't stand because to me they talk about a lot of people that we rock with. in our
Mm-hmm.
culture, and they purposely put something in the title to make you click on it, and that's not what it is.
Word.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna say who it is. Profit Muscle. This dude's a clown. He put in there.
Man.
He put in there. Oh, okay, you know about him. He put in there about
Man.
when DMX passed, and he put something in the clickbait about Shantae cried because her brother died. So you click on it. It was about DMX talking about, and I guess in the video she was like, yeah, that's my brother. It's not her real brother, but that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Clickbait. I saw one
Mm-hmm.
yesterday on a regular. Now this is a regular news channel. It said a comet is hurtling towards Earth. So I was like, oh shoot! I click on it. It's a comet, 80 miles in width, and it's the closest that any comet has gotten to Earth, 1 billion miles away from the sun when it reaches. So it's not going to hit the Earth. It's just as closest to any other comet or meteor that's been closest to Earth. 1 billion miles away. Bro, I was sitting there. You got people nervous, people that maybe ain't got it upstairs, probably bugged out when they saw that.
Exactly.
That's clickbait to me.
Exactly.
Because
I agree.
people going to click on that.
I agree. I agree. I agree with you 1,000%. And it's and to add on to your point, it's at an all time high. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's at an all time high. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, say for instance, you got 4 news channels. Each one of them might be talking about the same thing, but it's which
Spinning it
title,
different.
you know what I mean? Which
Mm-hmm.
title you're most interested in? Which button you gonna hit on? You know what I'm saying? Or if
They
like,
spin it to their own narrative.
right, right,
Yep. Yeah,
yes
it's all
sir,
about,
right,
they always say, when it comes to making money, so people don't have any morals. They're only loyal to the dollar.
mm-hmm.
Oh, it's real shit, man.
Oh,
But yeah, man, clickbait, man. I mean, like I said, man, a lot of people are making, good money on the internet. And
that's the thing.
there's people that are making money that I think that they've already had built their channel. So this just adds to it when it's a lot of stories, people are gonna click on it.
True.
But I tell you one thing, a lot of things you can't do on YouTube because they will demonetize the
Chomping.
channel and they will get your channel out of there because you gotta really be careful.
Mm-hmm. And so that means that uh so that means I'm glad you said that. That's a smooth way to segue into um doing that research and knowing, you know what I'm saying, knowing
Mhm.
what you're getting into, you know what I'm saying, do the research, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's why that's why I always come to you and ask you for advice on certain things, certain issues, certain things to do, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know what I mean, I want you to help me as far as learn. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I got to go and type it up and open up the book and check it out. But you tell
Mhm.
me, go this way, Cook. And when you go, choose what button you want to push. You got about 4 or 5 options, but you choose which one you want to do. Now, I chose so and so, but you so. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's up to me then. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Gary. Thank you. I was gonna say that too. That I definitely want to talk about different albums. That Fife Dog
Yeah,
Forever. Please, people, please go get that. That's been a few years in the making, and it's worth its every penny. Rest in
yes.
peace to the one they call Fife.
My
Um,
dog.
yes, he said, check out Chill Rob G Empires Crumble. Okay, I'll check that out. Check that out, Gary. Thank you,
All
man.
right. Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, man. We always, listen to people feedback. You know what I mean in the chat, man. That's what we do, man. We all talk and chop it up. Um, yeah, man. You know, speaking of, going your own route. 50 with the Power Universe. What do you think? You think he should because he's having a lot of issues with stars because they're like the gaps in between his shows is
Hmm.
like months. And and stars is trying to say, well, we got all these other shows. People are like, man, we ain't watching them other shows. We only watching the Power Universe. So, and it's
Yeah.
like y'all should be kind of catering to because y'all got to go my head. I think y'all gonna mess it up. What is it gonna take for 50 to be like? Because I say this about like if people that already have a big following or cult following,
Hmm.
if you had your own website and you streamed it on your own website and sold your merchandise on your own website, you can knock out the middleman. Like you don't need them. Now, of course, these other platforms are big, so obviously people are going to get to it. But I think you would make your own website your own priority.
Hmm.
There was an MC. He said that he released his song through his website instead of putting it on the streaming sites, and he was in the black in 5 days.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I mean? Because his loyal fans came to his site and purchased his music.
Now let me ask you this question. Back up a little bit to what you was asking and telling me with the 50 part, as far as what Star's doing and what he eventually want to do. Isn't that what Tyler Perry already done? Is that what he do? Is that kind of like what he doing?
Yeah, but I mean, Tyler Perry has his own studio, but to my mistake, and my if I'm not correct me if I'm wrong, he's still releasing his stuff through Hollywood, through
Okay.
Netflix, through the
Okay.
you know what I mean. So I don't know if he has a TylerPerry.com come stream my debut movie. To me, I think it would be smart to do it that way, but I get it that these other platforms are big. You want your stuff on those platforms. I get it, but to me, I would be like, yo, I'm releasing this through my site first, and
Yeah.
then
I mean,
a
yeah.
week or two later. It's kind of like how Disney, well, Disney's doing it that way. I mean, Disney has their own site, but they had released the movie simultaneously on Disney and in the movie theaters because obviously the movie
Hmm.
theater model is old as everything.
Hmm.
So you're still gonna make that money, but you see, and eventually in a month, 2 months, it gets released on their site. Um,
Okay.
I just think this is my opinion. I just think people that have had a cult following for years can release their own stuff through their own site,
True.
and they'll cake better. Because look, these streaming sites, man, they paying like they're worse than the record labels, man. Even though, yeah, you get more streams, people it's easier to just put your phone on and stream it. But yo, it's like a hundredth of a penny for each stream. It's just like a crazy number. Like who dictated how much a stream is worth? It's
That's
like
crazy.
it's like
Uh,
8,000 streams is like a couple $100. It's something. It's something. It's like just so disrespectful, and it still
it's a
shows the
guy.
slave mentality that these businesses have with artists on your own
It's a
shit.
right. Exactly. And to add into that point you just made, exactly what you just said. It's a guy that I'm gonna be talking with. Coming up week. White guy. He's in the hip hop, but also he's in the like the horror scene. So he mixed it together. You know what I'm saying? Like a hip hop horror thing that he do. You know what I'm saying? And he from Edmonton, Canada, and he what he do, his genre, and they like it. So he have his streams too. But at the same time, what you just said, he was like he made a post where he said like 5,000 streams, and he probably got barely $100. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, dang, like for real, it's like that. But then so many more thousands or million streams probably get you this, and it's like I'm like, wow, it's like you almost can't win for losing. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Still the industry, man. It's still when it's controlled by the industry, controlling your own craft. That's bullshit, man.
Now,
It's
let me ask
bullshit.
you this, DJ
There's no way
Tiger,
I
and I
could be
let
an MC and let someone dictate what I should be getting from what I'm putting out.
right. So on top of that, if I'm gonna put you this, I'm let's ask you. I'm gonna ask you if a certain entity out there that's part of or television show or series or hip hop program, MTV, VH1, some type of channel somewhere. There's some type of channel, and they seen what you did, and they was like, "Well, we want to broadcast we want to broadcast with what you do." What would be a must have for you, or would you even do it at all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's something that you would be like, well, I gotta have this and I want this in order. If y'all want me that bad, this is what I need. Like, or
Yeah.
would you even do it?
Well, you ain't gonna pay me 48 cents an album, but you know what I mean. You're gonna we're gonna come to some terms where it's agreeable for me, not just for you. And if it ain't,
Mhm.
then bye. Point blank. I mean, look, man, it's a lot of stuff has just been like this way because when you get someone that like say for a rapper or singer and wants to make it that didn't have nothing, cost them giving them a deal to feel like they made it. But when you don't have the knowledge on, well, this video you did cost 500,000. Oh, the Bentley you rented cost 100,000. Oh, these bottles that you popped in there cost 5,000. So at the end of the $1 million I gave you in the budget, you owe us 1.5 million. So your album went platinum and you still broke. Come on, man, shit is ridiculous. Shit is ridiculous.
Creative control would be very important, wouldn't
Yeah, man. It's like I said, man. It's tough. It is tough. But you got the young cats like the one thing I can say. I might not like a lot of this bullshit music that's out,
it?
but I know there's a lot of young kids that ain't on no labels that are getting money because they they started a trend. Well, they didn't start a trend. They hopped on a trend because a lot of them ain't original, and they've got millions and millions of views, and they're making money off of their SoundCloud or their YouTube without a record label. You know what I mean? So the ones that are smart, they're not spending it on drugs and chains and
Yeah,
hookers and
yeah,
stuff like that. Then they
true.
still smart with their money. But
That's true.
that's the one thing though about it. You can make money without these labels, man, interfering, man. These slave plantations, because that's what they are.
That's what they are.
I mean, look, yo, in the studio they got we call the master and the slave in the studio. The slave reel and the master reel, and they own the master. So what that make you?
Wow,
Yeah, the record company owns
man.
the master. They use the same terminology as
Mm.
real slaves, man. It's like it's crazy.
I never seen it like that. You just opened up you just made a new wrinkle in my brain. I
Yeah,
never thought of that. Never thought of that.
I'm
And I
yo,
didn't,
I'm
man,
learning it from other people too. You know what I mean? I'm learning this. I'm still learning as I'm going. I'm just giving you stuff that I'm learning. I'm
man,
hearing it in conversations, and if you want to hear
man.
people build on stuff, man, I listen to Doggy Diamonds.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? And I listen to other podcasts that are funny stuff, Rory Moore and different things like that. But a lot of the goofy stuff, man. When
hmm
and I'm not even gonna mention names. We all keep hearing these same dudes in the industry disrespecting, our icons, and you know I won't even address them because if you do,
yes,
then you're talking about them, whether it's bad or good. So I'm not even put it out there. But
yes. Like
it's crazy.
it's a certain group of podcasters that it's like. I've been following them from the start. I've been following them from the start. I ain't gonna lie. I have because now I see what they. It's like they just like how a clock tick tock. It's like they just each like they just go on in a rotation. Where this
Mm-hmm.
one gonna be the bad, this one gonna be the bad guy this month. Then zoom, this one gonna be the bad guy this month. Then you got Warren always playing this role, Warren always playing this role, and they all started out talking about we positive, we positive, we positive. Then it was this side with their allies, this side with their allies.
Yeah,
Then it went, you know what I'm saying? Then it's
yeah,
just
and no
like,
one's getting nowhere because everyone's
ain't no,
arguing.
and I'm like, man, and then I see them on here and they had a new post up and they talking about the same thing they was last year. I'm like, why is it like what happened to the positiveness that y'all talked about? Then when they got their
Initially,
super chats, yeah. Then when they got their super chats, it's all about fussing and talking crazy now. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
You
man.
know.
I ain't
And I
with it,
ain't
man.
hating
The
on
energy
nobody
for it.
pocket. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I ain't hating on nobody pocket, but at the same time, you ain't finna get me.
nah, nah. The energy for it, I don't even have it for it. You know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know you said something like nice guys finish last. I don't think that's true anymore. I think it's because you see the people that you think are so called winning, they ain't really winning. You know what I mean? You got people. Like what's the one thing people always say when like a debate when it's someone that ain't nicer than the other person. What is they first thing they'll say? Oh, they make more money than you though. They make more money than him. Like because he makes more money, that means he's better than this person. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
that's such old and corny when people say that, like to justify them winning an argument.
Yeah,
And
no, man.
yeah, so I think people will get what's coming to them, whether it's positive or negative. So that's
Hmm.
what I gotta say with people. Nice guys finish last, or people that there's always karma. Even if some bad people that happen to good people, and they always see that. I always say, man, how come I never see a news story about pedophile gets murdered? From 20 different people. You know what I mean? I never hear a story like that in the main news. You know what I mean? It's always like, you know, somebody try to help their community was shot. Uh, woman was murdered by a man. You know what I mean? Like, get so many stories I see are like these lame ass dudes like shooting women, man. Like you are a
Super
lame. Do you
lame.
hear me? Shooting
Super
women,
lame.
man. Like, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's
But
and also, um, you know, also with their statement when I made it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to speak up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something else that I learned older. You know what I'm saying? I learned older. Like I ain't never been scared to speak in front of people, but you still gotta speak up to be heard. You know what I'm saying? And and I guess that nice guys finished last thing. I guess that's just something that the world embedded into them fibers, and it's just always been a, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a click. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you can be nice and get ran over, or you can be this and you can be a asshole and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like to be saying, you know what I mean? But then it pertains to different scenarios. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in a team sport, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to be cool, but sometimes you got to be that. "Oh, let's get it together. We ain't got time for
oh
this
yeah,
right now." You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yep. You got to be the one that's like having that ego on the court, like Jordan. Like we talk about how great Jordan is, but we don't talk about his ego because you know why?
Hmm.
Because he won. You know, there's there's narratives that you can use for your own argument. If you rock with the person. If you don't rock with a person, then people will tell a different story. Because if say someone that, for example, I'm trying to think of someone that people don't like. I'll bring up LeBron. I'll
Yeah.
bring up LeBron.
Great
You know,
example. Great
um,
example.
he gets on my nerves when he comes to New York because he tries to show up New York when he plays at the Garden. He
Me
does
too.
little petty shit, and I can't stand it. But the dude's a phenomenal basketball player. I won't take that away from him. But he does do shit that I don't like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he's still a champion. I mean, yeah, he'll never be no Jordan to me. Jordan 6-0. Jordan never went to Game 7. So to me, it wasn't even a debate. To me, it was like, why don't you compare him and Kobe, not him and Jordan?
You got to now. He done missed
Yeah.
another round. I got to now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
All I want to know, Tiger, is 6-0, 5-2, 4-6. I know he went to 10 finals, but you came in second 6 times. That's what about LeBron. The one of my biggest problem with LeBron, with the whole LeBron thing, is he gets so much props for coming in second. You know what I'm saying? Like if he lose or come in second, he get props all the time. Like he making more. Like he's still in the headlines right now because of what he said about Golden State. If I could play with anybody, oh yeah, I love to play with Steph Curry. At first you said you was wanting to wait and play with your son. Now you want to play with Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? That's what the allegedly. Let me say that
Yeah.
allegedly, tubesters, allegedly. But it's just funny how he can just say, "I'm doing this," and then it's all wow. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
look. Well, when ESPN hears him say stuff, that makes news over anything. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
anytime he does something, they're gonna talk about it. LeBron might as well buy ESPN because they stay on him, and then you got the other dude over there, always talking about Kyrie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I just think that people have arguments for. Sometimes people can't be objective or have a bias.
Mm-hmm.
Like people have to be a bias. Yeah.
And as far as the Kyrie thing, how about you? How you feel about
Oh,
the
putting the middle
fine?
fingers up.
No, actually, the fine and all that, the aftermath of it. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that? Because they fined him for that, and
Oh yeah,
you know
you
what I
knew they
mean?
was gonna find him for that. You make an obscene
Yeah,
gesture
you know what I
to the
mean.
crowd. Yeah, that's
And
you know.
so what? Okay, so let me help. Okay, help me understand this. The dude, when they was talking about the fine this morning when I was watching it, and I can't remember who was talking, but the way they were saying it just like this. Of course he gonna do this and do that because these fans is saying all this and saying all that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking like I'm like, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're right. You're right. You know what I mean? Like, of course you're gonna defend yourself, but at the same time you're on the biggest stage. But you can't, you can't keep letting, you know what I mean? Like, of course I want somebody keep hollering stuff at me, DJ. Like, eventually I'm gonna turn around and give them that look. Might give it to him again, then you might come out your mouth with something crazy or a crazy sign or crazy finger or something, and then I'm really gonna want to say something. But can there ever be a balance in that, or is it just because in
Nah,
the
because it's
'90s, you know what I mean?
it's sports. I think with him, he said, "Oh, it's motivation, this and that." Bro, it ain't just that. He knew when he left the Celtics,
What he
he
said.
knew he left a bad taste in their mouth. Because they were giving it to him when he was going back there, even before this playoff. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? It's just extra sauce he's throwing on it by what he did. Um, because everyone talks shit at games to players. You know what I mean? It's just come on, he did. their narrative that spun on him when he, you know, because supposedly, when he said he wanted to stay there, but then he did end up leaving, and supposedly that maybe cost them draft picks at the time. That's what I heard. So
Okay.
to me, he said, oh, it's motivation, whatever. He knows he felt some kind of way when whatever they were saying, what they were saying to him. Now, if he would have said something like they said something racist or whatever, then that's a different story. But they all talk shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Look at Russell Westbrook. You know what I mean? How much shit he talks to the fans.
True.
To me, it's normal, but this is just a special subject because he left the Celtics, and you know how they feel about him when all that shit happened.
True. Yeah, that's true.
That's what that is.
Because I do
Shoot,
remember. I remember.
remember when LeBron left Miami and the first game went back to Cleveland? They booed the shit out of him.
That's what I'm
You know what I mean?
saying. It's like how, like
But he
I
didn't
ain't
throw his middle
forgot.
finger up.
True.
So
Yeah. He ain't throwing my finger up, but man, it's just like, man, it's. I guess, like I'm stuck in my time because the basketball that I know I witnessed
oh yeah,
coming up, like it
these
was,
dudes
and
soft as cotton these days,
you know
man.
what I'm saying. And one thing I can't. That's another thing. Like the basketball that happened between 1990 and '99, we didn't get much. It wasn't a lot of this fan do this, fan do that. Like what I'm saying. Besides the malice, like it had to get malice in the palace before we would the
They
game would, you know what I'm
changed stuff.
saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like we didn't have too many ESPN highlights of the fans and the players getting into it. You know what I mean? Unless they happen
Yeah,
to dive into the crowd for the ball or something like that.
yeah, right. It was fights on the court.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like we kept it there, but then when we get to the own, even skip over Tony San Antonio championships. Let's go on get further than that. Then all the touchy, touchy files. Like dudes working out looking like they bigger than a mug, and then they fall down. Like when y'all start doing that, man? You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So, you
Yeah.
know.
It is what it is, man. That's why I don't even watch it that much. I've been watching sports in a long time. Like I watch the football. Of course, I'm watching football, but basketball, baseball. I used to sit and watch games. I mean, I'm busy anyway. That's why. But it's so easy to catch highlights now. With
hmm
with technology, man. YouTube, man. Everyone's got sports channels on here show highlights of the games. They'll show 9 minutes of a 2 hour game and they're showing all the best parts of the game. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna watch this instead of sitting here 2 hours. I can get work done while I'm watching this 9 minute
Exactly.
recap of this game.
You know what I mean? So,
But,
you know what I'm saying? One that topic we can touch on there right quick and hit it up. This life of cell phones, man. Just where we came from, three-way calling. You know what I'm saying? I come from three-way calling, the phone with the long cord, you
boy,
know, doom 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 doom. You know what I'm saying?
bro,
That's
you
what
didn't even know who's calling you.
you know what I'm saying.
Yo, we
And
talking
then,
about cell phones, y'all. We talking about phones. Y'all remember your phones back in the day when the phone would ring in the kitchen.
mm-hmm.
Dal, be quiet. You talking about spoken like a Jets fan. uh, yeah, we talking about the long ass cord reaches from the kitchen to the living room, and you didn't even think, you know what I mean? Like, who's calling me? Like, the phone just rang and you picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
it
then and
was weird.
then we went from that to let's see, we went from that to Star 69.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Star 69, and then three-way calling. You know what I'm saying? Then when you find out that the other person you call and got three-way call, and then they three-way call, and now
Everybody's on the phone.
and
You got
they
answer
and
machines. The answer
answer
machine
machine.
with the cassette tape. You got to rewind it.
Mhm. And then let's see where we go after that. Then we went to the cordless phone.
Oh yeah, it was like the phone looked like this. I can't even pick it up. The phone was like this,
Yeah, with the cord on there.
big
Don't
as
forget the
shit.
cord. Had the cord
Word.
on there. Cordless phone. Then we had Then we got to the pages and the two-way pages. Then the
Oh,
big
the two
dog,
way, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Then the big dog cell phone came out. You know what I mean? And then car phones, you had the little car phones. I ain't
The
never used a
bag.
car
It
phone
was in a
before.
bag.
It was in a bag.
I had one in a bag. Word. Like a briefcase.
And then that's when we got into the Nokias and the flip phones. I think I'm right.
Hmm.
And then that's when technology really started hitting and MySpace, um, Yahoo, all that started coming. Then
Yo, we was
everything
talking
just
about how you being on the internet back in the day. You couldn't be on the internet and the phone at the same time. When you had AOL,
yep,
AOL dial up,
yeah.
yeah, you couldn't be on the phone on the internet. You had to be on one or the other.
Oh, that's
Like, yo, I
right.
tried to call you. Yeah, I was on the internet.
The chat, cordless phone, the antenna, Motorola Alpine, chirp phone, sidekick cell phone, yeah, AOL dial up,
Yup,
yeah,
at AOL dial up. You could not be on the phone. You'd be like, damn, man, I tried to call you, bro. Yeah,
and
man, I
then
saw I was on an
did
adult
did
site.
did anybody have a big satellite outside?
But well, that was oh, you talking about the big satellite dish, not the
The
little ones you put on
big
the roof. Yeah,
no, the
yeah.
big
My
dog.
uncle, my uncle was one of the first ones on the block. He had a big ass salad. Yo, my uncle used to climb. Y'all, his statue of limitations been up. He used to climb on a telephone pole, and I don't know how he knew he would switch to put the cable on.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, what are you doing? He would climb up on the telephone pole.
It's hard for me to explain, but that's like when they put the thing outside when they're doing your internet now. It's kind of like that, but you could get in there. It's something about that line that's got that cable in it, and you can link it to your stuff. And but if they catch you though, like here where I'm at,
Oh,
if they catch you,
oh,
ooh,
it's a wrap. Yeah,
they putting a
it's,
lock on it,
it's
man. They
over for
putting
you.
a lock
That's
on
probably federal now.
it. They
Word.
put- Let's see. You remember Z Channel? You remember Z Channel? Z Channel.
Z Channel. Nah, I don't know what that is.
That
That's some
sounds.
West Coast shit, Chris. Nah,
Is it? You borrowed
I don't know.
somebody
I don't know
disc?
what Z
Yep.
Channel.
I damn remember borrowing the disc.
Oh,
Oh, remember the chip? Remember the chip? Remember you could get the chip put in your cable box and you could get everything?
oh yeah, yeah. Yep. Oh, that's. Oh, what else, Seattle? Yeah,
Oh.
man. I'm
And
telling you.
then,
Now it's like I'm looking at my phone. Like, damn. Now you see people calling you. And you
you know
like,
what I'm saying? So, so how crazy do you think the whole globe would be if we had to kind of start all over? You know what I mean? Like,
oh
back
man.
to, would it be that crazy or would it put people in check? Or would it could put some people in check though?
Yeah, but a lot of people will. It'll be like calling out the weak. Be like God sorting them out because they probably wouldn't be able to take it. They'll probably leave this earth
I
on
believe
their
you. I'm
own.
with you.
I don't want to say the word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
We would adapt. We
Yeah,
would adapt, but these kids, bro, they
they
wouldn't
couldn't
know.
take it.
Yeah, they lose their goddamn minds.
Because I mean, we either went outside and did stuff or watched TV. If our parents wasn't on us like that, we could watch the TV. You know what I mean? Hang out with your partners. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just seemed like in a way it would be okay, but like you said, with the way stuff going now, as fast as it going, because they're trying to pass a law if they ain't already passed it to stop daylight saving time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
which
saying?
was like they shouldn't. To me, I was like they shouldn't even have that shit in the first place. They
You
move it
know what
up
I
and
mean?
then they go ahead after a few months. Just leave it alone. Leave it. I don't know.
That's true. And like the fitted excuse me, the person that I talked to in Australia, they don't even have no stuff like that
They don't.
over there.
Yeah, they don't have Dale St. John's over there. Nope.
And I was like, what? You know what I mean? So like that's just something I knew that I something that I got taught. I was like, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. I found out recently too. I think it was I think they brought it up because they were saying about how they were doing away with it, and they were saying,
Hmm.
yeah, Australia never did daylight savings time. I was like, oh shit.
You know what I mean?
But
So and so you like for time to be going.
well, SOD said the purpose was daylight savings time was to save energy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Guess.
And OG says only in the U.S. All right. He said Arizona don't have it at all.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yo, someone said though, if they did a reset, like not saying like you don't have your cell phone, but say they just shut off the internet for a week, just so everyone could just reset,
Mm-hmm.
stop scrolling,
Mm-hmm.
stop looking to see who liked your picture.
Mm-hmm.
Just you know what I mean? Just clear your mind because yo, sometimes it's like I gotta reset. Like I'm in the studio all day, bro. I wake up 8 in the morning. I'm up here till sometimes 1, 2 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
When I ate, when I said I ate early, when I caught the itis,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm not gonna come up here. I'm gonna sit downstairs in my
Yeah.
sunroom and relax. And by end up
Yeah.
fall asleep. But sometimes you gotta get away from it for a little bit because you'll feel like kind of burnt out. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And let me bring up itis. All right,
Come on.
itis. Um, y'all already know what that is. Eat something real good. You sip something real good. You smoke something real good.
Hmm.
And before you know it, you woke up not meaning to go to sleep. That's when it is when itis hits you. It's when you're not meaning to go to sleep.
Man.
It's not like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna eat. I'm already in the bed. I'm gonna end up falling asleep. Yeah, but nah, when you chilling, then all of a sudden you like, oh shoot, I didn't know I was asleep. The itis just creep up on you for real. Told you I had collard greens, potato salad, chicken wings, and cornbread.
At what time?
Uh, it was like 4 o'clock.
Oh yeah, they hit you. They hit you in
So,
the right spot.
yup. So like, yo, 4:45. I was
Mm.
like, oh damn. And like I said, before I knew it, it was 5:45. I said, oh shit, I gotta get upstairs and start the show, get the show ready.
Yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie, I was going back and forth and looking. I'm like, man, where he want me to be at? Where I need to be at? I'm like, oh.
And
Then
I
when you
didn't
hit
even
me with,
realize I didn't even send you the link.
yeah, then when you hit me, you say, give me 2 minutes. I'm like, man, I don't want to sound like I'm rushing, but I need the link so I can be in there waiting. I was like, hey
Yeah.
man, send me the link so I can be in there. I'm like, hopefully, so you know.
I was like, I got on here. I said, wait a minute, I didn't even send Cooks the link. Oh shit.
And then I want to touch on that when you was talking about you sometimes you gotta like unwind and chill and get away from it, like especially when I reach out to people and try to set up interviews, what I'm saying, IG or StreamYard or wherever I be at, and having to do their research like when they don't have no bio and I gotta go by their pictures and their comments and their stuff like that, and then when I see something that they're into, I just go to that and I look up what it took for that part. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody into writing, then I go to a writer's page and study on it. Then blase the next part and the next part. And doing it for so long, like it, what I'm saying, make you be like, man, like, whoo, I need to take a break. You know what I'm saying? You might stand up and go
Yeah.
to the
Because you're
bathroom and
doing
then
the
you
work.
you know
You're
what I
you're
mean?
doing the work. You're being like a real journalist, like what these news channels haven't had for years. You know what I mean? You're like you said, you don't have a bio, but you're going to the person's profile. You're
Hmm.
seeing what they do, what they connect, how they do. You know what I mean? Like you're doing real work, man. That's what's dope. That's why I like when
Yeah.
you be doing your interviews because you know what I mean. Like you said, you know, I ain't doing this shit just to try to wing it. I'm just
Right.
I'm trying to be productive and be organized as possible.
Right, right. Cause I love it when a person, like I always like for me. I learned this from various people I was watching. The guest is the star. You know what I'm saying? Treat the guest is the star. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? No matter how big or small, if I reach out to you and say, oh, please be, can you please, would you, whatever, be a guest on Push 24 podcast or come to these shows, you know what I'm saying? You the star. So I can't treat you like when you get there, I can't treat you like, you know what I'm saying, you're not who I came to, you know what I
Right.
mean? And when a guest say, man, that's a good question. Ooh, that's a tough one, that let me know, okay, I'm on the right track now. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I
Like,
got
oh
you.
man, they didn't ask me the basic questions I always get. Like
Yeah,
they going somewhere different.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that. Like I love doing that. Like old buddy from the Belly, when I was on the other platform talking with him, I
Hmm.
didn't just want to ask him the normal stuff that people ask him, like, what's it like to work with this artist? What's it like to
Being
get
on the set
this?
with Nas and
You know what I'm
DMX.
saying? Like, okay, I'm pretty sure he get asked a lot, and he probably enjoy asking them stories. But when you look at his profile, he do a lot of stuff with his kids and the other kids, and then he do a lot of stuff for programs in his city. You know what I'm saying?
That
And you
should
could
be the
tell he,
focus.
you know what I mean? And you could tell he like to be by himself or with people that he work with because when you look at 85% of his pictures, that's what they are. He got his old school pictures where it was barely seen, but he create movies. Like he his own producer. You
Exactly.
wouldn't you wouldn't know that if you didn't look into it. Like he ain't just on somebody's set. He
Right.
on his set. You know what I
Right.
mean? He writing checks
Hmm.
and
See,
that
that's
and that
dope.
type of stuff. You know what I
See,
mean?
and people that are ignorant to it or doing the research will just be like, yo, how was it? Did you hang with DMX after the shoot? Yo, did you ask Nas to be on this song? Like, why are you trying to make it about the people he hang with instead of the person you're interviewing?
Yeah, that's the star. That's the star. You know what I mean? Like that's the star. So I took that in consideration just watching from some. I pulled a lot of pieces and ingredients from just like when the first time I had a chance to interview you. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It wasn't just about you and the records and the equipment. It's a reason that you got into this because you could be doing something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So on that type of subject, it's just I like to do my research and get deep because I feel that I will learn something by studying what other people do.
Yeah, you learn
You know
something
what I
like
mean?
you just said about the dude. Like, I didn't know he, writes his own scripts and has programs and stuff. Like, you just drop some gems on one I do. Like, I wouldn't even have thought about.
He got 14 movies. He got 14 movies, Tiger.
Wow,
14 movies.
that's what's
14,
up.
and he worked with different people like Murder Mook. He got different like they still superstars. They just ain't all the way red carpeters or Hollywood, but like
Yeah,
well known people. You know what I mean?
and that's the type, man. Like you said, he ain't trying to be the Hollywood or Holly weird, what they call it. You know what I mean? Because they
True.
be doing all that weirdo stuff to be part of, their their group, and we all know what all that weirdo stuff entails. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And I'm not with all that crazy shit. Um,
True.
you know, yeah, man. I like having people on here that like you said, you don't know about that they do other stuff. People like, yo, let me try to get the person. Yo, let me try to get DJ Khaled. Let me try to get Meek. Like, why? You already know what they do.
Mm,
You know,
exactly.
you already know who they're about or what they. You know what I mean? And most of that stuff I don't subscribe to anyway, man. Because like you said, that the Holly weird shit, and you know we can go deep with that. But
Exactly. And
what's
I got a
crazy
rule.
is some
Hmm.
of our rap. I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off, but some of
Go
our
ahead.
rappers that are big time rappers, you know, we can't sit in front and act like that. Not saying they're part of it, but they know about it, but they ain't saying nothing about it because it'll affect their bag.
True.
You know, so
True. And I want to let me throw in right behind that. Um, like when it comes to Instagram. I try to follow. I not try to, but I follow more people than that. Since my page got this is one good thing about my other page getting hacked. Now I know who I'm following and who following me. So I stick with the people who have small numbers that's trying to be that's growing so we can build together. Because somebody who got 10.1 million, they ain't I'm just another they ain't thinking about me. I'm just
You
another
just a
computer automated answer.
yeah. You just another like they ain't even paying attention to your thumbs up.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. Nothing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yup.
it make me feel good when I can reach out to somebody out there. They got 486 or 1247 or whatever they got, and then I throw the 5 balls up there because I done checked out your stuff or support your podcast or support your art or your music, and then they write back, yo, thanks, or they'll tag the whole thing and put it in their story. Them the type of people that I like to fool with, just like how you do. You know what I'm saying? You got a big following, but you always come back and check everybody out. You always take time somewhere in the week, in the day, to holler at
I
the
try.
peoples. You know what I mean?
I try. Yeah. I mean,
But that's dope though, cause you do.
yeah. Thanks, man. Um,
Yeah.
and there's there's MCs I follow. Obviously, there's stars I follow because I want to see any upcoming news or stuff they
Right.
post that's
Same
geared
here.
towards me too. You know what I mean? So
Same here.
like, now
Same
I ain't
here.
gonna
Same
lie,
here.
like I follow Nia Long. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Yes. Yes.
I follow.
Yes. Yes.
People like that because
Yes.
we ain't gonna front. We like to see them pictures, some of those pictures,
Yeah.
but um, yeah. But for the most part, man, yeah. Like you comment on someone with like you said 5 million, 10 million, they ain't really saying nothing. You know what I mean?
Saying,
Saying nothing back to you. So
you know, like if you follow them just to like you said, I follow my people like you follow. Like I follow Nia too, but like I follow it's other people that I follow because I am a fan of them. I'm already got it embedded in my mind. I know I could probably go in Nia's and say, "Hey Nia, how you doing? I love your dress."
yeah,
Might not see it. Then
yeah,
again, might see it and just they just gonna press a little heart and keep on going. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
So
But then you got to think on their side too. These beautiful actresses, they say something to someone. They might say it to the wrong one, and then you got a stalker or you got a
yeah,
weirdo in their inbox. You know what I mean?
a,
So then
a la
again, it's
Players
like you
Club,
can't answer everybody because
right? Oh man,
no, following is not called following. It's called stalking. No, that's only if you push it after you follow. You
true.
go, act ridiculous with it. Then it's like then you're gonna get blocked. Then you're gonna, so
Hmm. True.
too much of
Um,
anything ain't a good thing. So
right, right. And to in close, these two, them last two that I put together, pretty much I can put them together. Don't ever second guess yourself. Reach your goals. Closed mouth don't get fed. Seize the moment. You know what I'm saying?
yup,
Um, I learned a lot of that over time. You know what I'm saying? People I look up to. You know what I'm saying? But that reach your goals one is a really deep one for me because I remember somebody saying one of the inspirational dudes, and he a famous dude, one of the inspirational talkers. And he said that, you know, say that you're reaching for your goals because you wake up from your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like people, I want to follow my dream, but you're gonna wake up from your dreams, go for your goals, because that's where the reality takes place. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
because
so
yeah,
go
because
ahead.
your
What you finna
dream
say?
is a dream. It's not the
Yeah,
reality. Yeah,
yeah. You know
that's a
what I'm
good point.
saying? Like, I done dreamed about Hawaii, going to the beaches. I done dreamed about, being with the super bad chick and stuff and, had a little crazy dreams. But it's like, so the reality of it is my goal is I want to get to a better position in life. All those dreams basically means that, hey man, you can get to a better place if you just look at what you got going on. Look at what you got going on.
Hmm.
Organize yourself. Take your time. Look at what you're doing wrong. Stop spending on this. Invest in yourself. Do your research. Trial and error. Trial and error. Make it work. Network with the right people that's doing the same thing. They ain't
Hmm.
gonna or they ain't gonna crutch you, but they will help you because they got their own stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how I become. That's why I talk with you like I talk with you, DJ Tiger, because I got common sense to know that you got your own stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
No
you got
doubt.
your own. You know what I mean? Like you can't. Hold on, cook. I got you. Let me get done. Let me hurry up with my show and help you. No, I gotta get it. Yo, grand opening right here.
And
Now
that,
I
yo,
gotta
that's
make
what I
sure.
love, man. Because it's like, you know, we connect when it's time for us to do our shows or whatever. But you don't, like you said, you and to me that's it's a it's a respect that you have because you're saying, yeah, man, I know this dude got a lot. You're not being selfish because there's some people that are just like, oh, man, it's me, me. Not even
Hmm.
realize, yo, you don't understand. I'm busy. Like I have my business to run. I'm doing
Hmm.
like, would you do that? Would you go to Walmart and do that to someone? To the Walmart manager? Would you go to someone else's business and do that? So why do that
Hmm.
to me? But
Exactly.
people, like you said, don't think like what I'm saying is there are people that don't think like that. But
Exactly.
and
You know
that's
what I
I
mean?
appreciate that, man. Like you don't, you
It's,
know what I'm saying? I don't be like, oh man, Cooks text me. Nah, we chop it up. You ask me stuff, whatever, and I see you doing your thing and growing.
hmm.
So it's dope, man. It's just dope that you just gotta keep people around you that think. It's just stay
Right.
positive, man. That's all, man. Just block all the bullshit out, man. We only here one time on this earth, if you believe that. And if anything that's negative or trolling or bullshit, man, just let it go. It ain't worth trying to figure out why this person why is nah. There's no why that's just less for me to even have to think about.
True. True.
Word up.
You know what I mean? And closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? So ask your questions. You know what I mean? Ask your questions. They're like, what's the saying, DJ Tiger? The dumbest question is the one not asked. Ain't that how it go?
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Dumbest
got
question.
if you got some sensible, if you got common sense enough, and you that focus on what your goal is, and you see someone doing it, they might not be doing what you doing, but they trying. Ask a question to further your data that you know what I'm saying. Ask a question, and true enough, I done asked you some questions that's got me further. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I done asked you some stuff, and you done gave me some good answers. I have to use your example because I ain't know ain't you the best one. You the best one. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you
and
know.
at the same time, me asking y'all stuff too, been helping me. Yo, Daryl from the day one when like Child first started. You know what I'm saying? Me and him used to always be talking about stuff, and he was saying, "Yo, I'm telling you, you're gonna grow. It's gonna grow. Watch, man. I'm telling you." And before I know it, you know what I mean? And he was always telling me, man, all that negative stuff. He said, "You'll see." He said, "People will show who they really are, and they'll 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 show the support or they won't." You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And you just keep it moving, bro. Just keep
True.
doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? And it's dope, like getting that with prop that talk with him because he's seen me from when I was starting. You know what I mean? We grew up together. You know what I mean? We was from the same hood.
Hmm.
He saw me when I started DJing. And then seeing what I'm doing and still doing now. And so he was always, you know, support, man. And that's all it is, man. It's not about, oh, yo, you didn't donate, oh, you didn't buy a shirt. No, people donate their time because people have lives.
Right.
People have lives, and people have to understand that. Some people are like, oh man, how come I ain't get all these people on my channel? How come? Yo, man, people got stuff to do. You know what
People
I mean?
got stuff
But
to do, man.
the real people that support you will come.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Like people are like, yo, man, you should be partner already. You should be this. Like, yo, it'll come. It'll come. But yo, we rock out with 40 people or 400 people in the chat, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Don't matter to me, man. Cause look, I'm still blessed to pay my bills and run my own business the way I want to run it.
Where you want to run.
So anything else is extra.
Yes. And that touches on the last point. Don't ever second guess yourself, which I was doing a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Excuse me, everyone. I was doing that a whole lot.
Yeah,
I
you
kept
was.
second guessing myself,
And I
second
told you, I
guessing
said,
myself.
Cooks, yo, just do it, bro. Don't even worry about what you know what I mean. You thinking about. I can't remember what the actual conversation was. I remember saying that to you. I remember saying, yo, bro, just do it, man. I see what
True.
you're doing. Just do it.
You right. You sure right. Cause I was. I'm
But we
glad that
all
I
do it.
got.
We all do it. I still do it. You know
You do.
what?
You
Yeah, man.
do.
Yeah, second guess myself on certain
Yeah, I'd be
things.
surprised. I'm surprised. See, that surprised me. Cause you. I always get that.
No, I've
Um.
gotten better. I was
You know what I
worse.
mean?
I was worse. Believe me, I was worse. But
That's hard for
I
me to
still do.
believe, man. That's hard for me to believe. And I'm saying that honestly, like you don't seem like the type that would, cause I feel from what I see, like this the outside looking, it's like you know what you're doing all the time. You know what I'm saying? Cause I've always been a DJ fan. Like I've always been a DJ fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I can hear music very good, and I always wanted to move my hands like that and do that stuff, but I never. That's
Yeah.
one of them things that I say I wish if I could go back, that's something I would change. So when I see you doing what you're doing, and then I watch a video or I watch somebody else, it's like the same. It's like the same. You know what I'm saying? Not the
Mhm.
same, but you know what I'm saying? Like you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
no. I wasn't saying like second guess like oh man, I don't know what I should do with like when I'm DJing. Nah, because
mhm,
that shit just comes naturally. Like I'll
okay,
just like there was certain times where I would try to do certain shows, and I'm telling you, SOD was like, bro, he was like, yo, your best shows is when you just everything is open. Don't even be like, yo, I'm gonna do this and do this. Just leave it open. Just do it off the fly. And that's what blends on the fly came into play. Like that's what
okay,
I'm saying. Y'all helping me too get my craft better because now I'm like, oh shoot, let me just start blending shit and just grab it and see where it go. Not
okay,
like yo, let me like the only sometimes it works out. I did a Bob James and Nas blend,
mhm,
and I get another. That's you.